If you're serious about financial literacy, more importantly, if you are trying to pursue financial freedom, you've probably watched a video, come across an Instagram post that speaks about different types of income. What you most likely have not seen is which of these types of income are better than the other, and more importantly, which should you be pursuing if financial freedom is what you actually want to achieve. If this is what you want to learn more about, watch this video until the end so that you can learn exactly why not all incomes are made equal. So my name is Nyiko and I've been a financial advisor for about 8 years now. This opportunity has offered me insight into personal finance that only a few have been exposed to. I've gotten to learn from my own personal financial journey, the journeys of all of my clients, as well as all the literature that I've imbibed over the years, tossed together into one mind, delivered to you in bite-sized tidbits on this channel. So if financial freedom or personal finance content is the type of content that you like to see, please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you can be informed every time a new video drops. Hello, and welcome to part 2 of Types of Income, Properly Defined, Passive Income, Redefined. If you haven't watched part 1 of this video, I strongly advise that you go back and watch that so you can get the context that we were building from for this part 2 of the video. In part 1 of this video, we took a high-level view of the 2 main categories of income that we're going to look at for this series, namely work now, get paid now, work now, get paid later. In part 1 of this series, we looked at earned income. So that is earned income, where also we included profit income, interest income, and capital gains. We also had a look at leveraged income, which I haven't heard anybody else speak about. So if you haven't heard about that, please watch the first video. So with all of that being covered, in this video, we're going to look at category number 2 of the types of income, namely work now, earn later. First up, we're going to talk about residual income. This is, strictly speaking, also earned income, only it generates money after the fact repetitively. This is the most efficient form of earned income, and yes, while you are making use of your time and your skills to generate this type of income, you're not getting paid directly for your time or your skills. You are using your time once, you are using your skill once, and making money residually. The best example of residual income is royalties. Let's look at a musician. This time we'll have a look at Marcus Miller. A given song could generate income for him every time it gets played. However, this would only last for as long as people decided to imbibe his art, his music, his content. Say for instance, he decided to do something that offended his fans and they decided to stop playing his music. Just like that, bye-bye income. But unlike endorsements and sponsorships, the people ultimately get to vote on this one. If his fans knew about this horrible thing but still decided that they want to listen to his music, he still gets to protect his income. The biggest advantage with residual income, especially compared to other forms of earned income, is that you only have to do the work once, generally speaking. This is very time efficient, much more so than selling your time for money. This makes it quite easy to increase your income because you work on one project, deploy it, work on the next, deploy that one, and while all of these are running, deploy yet another one. Perhaps the greatest advantage of residual income is that it has the potential for succession planning. In other words, it can outlive you and be transferred to another party or your loved ones. We still listen to Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, and Amy Winehouse. Even though they are no longer here to enjoy it, we are still paying them royalties every time we listen to their music. Residual income is still earned income. While this concept of residual income generally holds true, the converse can also be true. Residual income can be enjoyed for a very short time, and the creator of such content can possibly outlive the monetary utility of their creation. Here are a few examples of careers that can generate residual income. Music, writing, blogging, creating a digital product, developing or building an app or software. Here, again, if what you develop is not evergreen or does not grow to become some kind of classic, then people will stop needing your creation, and thus your income could potentially come to an end. It's not always predictable, but even if you create a succession plan, your creation may not for very long outlive you. Sometimes it can. Either way, this is still a worthwhile use of your time because you have options. What can you think of doing that can potentially earn you residual income? A vlog? A book? A song? A digital product? An app? Let me know in the comments. Now for the part that we've all been waiting for. Passive income. Real passive income should not require you to show up or to do something for money to flow. Obviously, this would go against the definitions of the word passive. I could only think of 4 examples of passive income. Almost all of these afford you the opportunity to exact some form of control over them, should you so choose. The advantage of this is they can become active if you want them to be active, or they can remain passive if you want them to remain passive. You have the option. This is a great advantage because you want these type of income streams to be, to a large degree, passive, but also afford you the opportunity to enhance them should you so choose. Examples of passive income by this definition are owning a property portfolio, owning a share portfolio, owning a business, creating a business. Let's talk about owning a property portfolio. Owning a property portfolio is first on the list because it is the easiest and most conceivable for all of us to be able to obtain. Here, you can earn rental income. Yes, even you. Also, property investment, if done right, can afford you lots and lots of tax advantages. You do not need to quit your job to be a property investor. In fact, your job can be very helpful in helping to get you into the space. But more about this in more videos to come. So if you haven't subscribed, now's a good time to subscribe. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, now's a good time to smash that like button. If you haven't already checked out my video, Your Mortgage is a Poverty Trap, please be sure to check that video out after you complete this one. Also be sure to check out my Achieve Good Credit playlist so that you can understand the power of your steady, reliable paycheck and what it can afford you in terms of access to credit which you can use to unlock leverage with your bank. I would have you know, sourcing the same kind of financing can be considerably more onerous if you are self-employed or if you're a business owner. So there is great advantage in having a job. Right, let's talk about owning a share portfolio. Okay, this one is second on the list because it can be a little bit harder to achieve if you don't earn a good amount of money or if you don't have seed capital. I have categorized this separately from owning a business, as this can be done without knowing the granular details of the business that you are invested into. This is not to say that you shouldn't, nor am I saying that you should. I'm just saying that you have both options. Warren Buffett is one of the best examples of this principle. He is one of the biggest earners of dividend income. It also needs to be said that to be able to live off this type of income, you need to invest a considerable amount of time. You need to get decent returns and you need to do it over quite a long amount of time. Alright, now let's talk about owning a business. Okay, over here, I'm talking about people that are more business people than they are entrepreneurs. So these are not people that are going to come up with the next best thing, the next big idea, or start up a business from scratch. These people rather have a keen sense of what it takes to build and grow a business and let it achieve significant heights. Fernando Duarte and Robert Brosen are good examples of exactly this. They did not found what was originally known as Chickenland, now known to us as Nando's. They were not the progenitors of the concept of grilled chicken covered in an awesome signature sauce. This being said, it cannot be disputed that Nando's wouldn't be Nando's as we know it today without them. A similar story is true for Christoffel Wiese, a South African billionaire behind the brand Shoprite, which has a pan-African presence. Wiese started by first acquiring Shoprite. This was followed by yet another acquisition of a brand called Center, a distributor. Wiese also later acquired OK Bazaars, which he later then collectively called the Shoprite Group. After having grown the business, Wiese decided to take a step back and allowed somebody else to run and continue to grow the business. Alright, let's now talk about creating a business. I list this one here because while you have to work to create a business, you do not necessarily need to work to build or scale the business, unlike vlogging, blogging, and other types of residual income. Apple, for example, is still creating new products even long after the demise of the legend that was Steve Jobs. This example, entrepreneurial income, is the most relatable because we have all sorts of examples around us. It is also by far the hardest and involves the most risk. Think Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, Larry Ellison, Mark Zuckerberg. You get the picture. I don't want this to start feeling too distant and unattainable for you. But the principle holds true, and it's one that you need to know. These people all created businesses from nothing, and these businesses have grown to become even bigger than themselves and can be handed over to other people to run and grow on their behalf. Okay, what is real passive income? Okay, I want you to notice two important characteristics that all passive income sources have. Number one, all of these can be sold. In other words, they have a potential for a succession plan. Number two, nothing is passive, quick, or easy about getting to own or control one of these types of income sources. Real passive income can easily have a succession plan. It can be bought, sold, transferred, or passed down. You can learn more about this in my video called Succession Planning and Your Business. Why should you care? It is also important to note that much unlike the buzz phrase that has gained popularity on the internet, real passive income is not easy to come by. It takes a very long time to build, and building it is by no means easy. This is the simple truth about real passive income. The biggest and most important truth about passive income, though, is that it is not really passive. You will still need to get involved from time to time, but you can own it, control it, change it, sell it. This is not the case and cannot be the case with earned income, leveraged income, or even residual income. So what do I want you to take away from all of this? You too can also earn passive income. There are two main types of income: work now, earn now, work now, earn later. Under the first category, work now, earn now, we have earned income. This can also include profit income, earned income, and capital gains. This also includes leveraged income. Under the second category, work now, earn later, we have another two types of income, namely residual income, which is mostly characterized through some type of royalty income, affiliate income. The second type of income that can be enjoyed under this category is passive income, which can be in the form of rental income or dividend income. Most of us settle for earned income because it is certainly easier and perceived to be safer. And while this may be true sometimes in the shorter term, it is certainly not in the long term. This being said, it is possible for you, yes, even you, to achieve any four of these income streams. The most important thing about all four of these types of income is that they are all income and thus can be converted into another type if you have financial literacy. Real estate is the easiest to get into and is the most easy to understand. So I would recommend giving that a bash before you try all other things. If you have not as yet, please check out my video, Rent or Buy, which is the better way to build wealth. If you come to this far, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you found it useful. If you have, please smash that like button. Also, subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time a new video comes out. If you found this useful, tell me what you liked most about the video or what you learned in this video in the comment section. Also let me know what else you would like me to talk about in future videos. Goodbye, have a good day, cheers. So I've been running my financial planning practice for about 8 years now. So I've been thoroughly exposed to all the methods that work and all the methods that don't work. And as an extension of this YouTube channel, I've also now started to consult one-on-one, helping you with wealth coaching. We talk everything from credit, how to speak to your banks, buying cars, property investment, everything you need to know so that you can achieve financial freedom successfully. If you want to get in touch and schedule a consultation, contact me via the email provided in the description.